You smell my oils.
Okay. So let me see. Awesome. So I'm just waiting for it to go on YouTube. Awesome. There we go. Waiting for it to go on. Alrighty, there we go. Hello, hello. I have no idea how I even started the hello. That's so not my personality.
Yeah, I always remember that of you. I was like, oh, hello.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Live with Tallulah's Tarot and Red Lentil Healing. We're on my channel tonight because T is awesome. And she's like, let's share the love and make sure that, I'm not doing all the work. You start doing it too. So we're on my channel. So thank you guys who are joining in. A quick question, Larry girl, can I make you a moderator? I'm going to make you a moderator whether you want to or not. So
you could be like Leslie Jordan and say, well, shit.
Shit.
What y'all doing?
What are y'all screwing? Oh my gosh. Okay. And Queen, I'm going to have you, I don't think there's going to be like a whole bunch of us in here. But I'm going to have both of you be moderators because if I do it now, that means you'll be moderators for like ever. So cool. We've got a bunch of fun topics. I know T and I are feeling really heavy just with everything going on. So we're not going to do a lot of political. We've got a couple political questions we're going to do. And then we're going to spin this. So the first half is politico. And we're not talking about fat bastard. Girl, when you called him fat bastard this morning, cracked up. I don't know why that like tickled me to death.
Ooh, the bastard, the fat bastard.
We're going to read on a few political topics, and then we're going to spend the second half doing a bunch of fun celebrity gossip, because why not, right?
Why?
You need a lot of loves and laughter right now. So first question I wanted to take a look at is Chris Cuomo. Is he going to leave CNN? Hearing a lot of rumblings about, especially now that he's doing well, he's back at work. If you guys haven't watched, he did an interview with Keisha Lance Bottoms yesterday. She kind of was asking him a lot of questions too about how he's feeling, what his family's doing. And you could kind of even see too, like just he seems different now after his life changing, after going through the Rona. So T, if you can read on if he's going to leave, and I just want to pull a couple quick chakra cards just to kind of see how he's doing right now.
Okay.
And I want to look at not what he needs to work on, but the areas that he's actually focusing on in his life right now.
Gotcha. He is definitely so I feel a lot of things here actually.
Okay.
And he's definitely, so I got the Empress and the Devil. Wow. So it's crossed with, he is serious. Like you were saying, something changed in him. It's about renewal. It's about creation of something new, but it's crossed with self-preservation. Sometimes being selfish is not bad. No. Is what I'm getting. So, but he also doesn't want to come off as that. Like he doesn't want to come off as making a completely like arrogant, unappreciative. He doesn't want to seem unappreciative for his job, his position. And then at the base of this, I got the World too. So not only did I get the Empress, I got the start of everything. I get the end of everything too. So he's this is weighted for him. I got King of Wands and Queen of Wands together. So whatever he does, his wife is on board. They are working together. They will be forceful about it, whatever decision he makes. And then crowning this is transition to better shores, better position, the Six of Swords. Yeah. So I don't think he's playing around about this. So this is something that's weighing heavy on his heart, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of what especially just watching the interview. And he was like, talking about his family. And when he said his wife, he literally was talking a lot about his wife and how like she's the glue that holds that family together. And he's like, no, I'm serious. Like I would be dead without her. That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, he's working on his throat chakra. So right now he's working particularly creativity. So how do I speak? My divine truth? What is my divine truth? And how do I look at this creatively? Like, what path do I need to take? And do I need to be creative on, do I stay where I am or do I move in a different direction? Because it is about imagination, expression, originality, and passion. So wondering too, if he's like, after this, I'm just not passionate about this anymore. Then follows up with the actual throat chakra card. My ear hurts, and not in a bad way. It's ringing. So I'm thinking for the throat chakra, he's actually working on listening instead of speaking divine truth. Listening to maybe his wife, listening to some advice that he's getting. Sacral chakra with relationships. Probably taking a look too, because this was like such a life-altering event for him. So kind of just holding his relationships near and dear, especially with his children, with his wife, with his family. Acceptance, freedom, trust. So just kind of looking at everybody in his life differently. And then sound. So yeah, he's a lot of work right now on speaking in his divine truth and divine listening. And then his relationships. That's what he's focusing on right now. So a lot of throat chakra, a lot of sacral chakra.
Cool.
Oh, wow. So Susan Collins. Susan. Will she lose? What's going on with Susan Collins with her re-election?
Yeah. So last fall, she lost a heavy endorsement. And people were pretty much speculating, this is going to be her last go round. Yeah. So I think her challenger is named Sarah Gideon, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. Hold on.
Yes.
Because I started looking this up earlier, and I was like, and then I got sidetracked because, it's Sarah Gideon. You are correct.
So let's see here.
And I want to look at just what does she need to work on in her energetic body to even stand a chance of winning again. For those of you who are just entering, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We have about 15 more people than I thought we would have tonight. So thank you so much for joining Tallulah's Tarot and I on this wonderful Wednesday evening.
Yes.
What do you have, Tallulah?
Actually, I get an undecided vibe here. And so she's trying to reach for, and I wouldn't be surprised if sooner rather than later she starts flip-flopping on a few things. Okay. She wants to establish a new connection with her base, what she's holding on to with the Four of Pentacles. In the center, though, is a lot of backing. So she still has the resource behind her. So she's got a little bit more resource because of all the ass kissing. And horrible life choices. So she's still quite heavy in that area. And then I have voters who are still undecided. So there's still a little indecision regarding, should we switch over to this new person now that wants to make this connection with us, given that all that's going on? Let me pull one more card, see if I can get like overall, will Susan Collins, will she win?
I was going to ask if you wanted to pull.
No, I asked and I got 10 of Swords. So it's going to be a hard decision, but I don't think she's going to win. So.
And I can just, what I'm getting from Chakra, so what she needs to work on right now is she places a lot of value on possessions. So the money, the endorsements thing that she's getting, she needs to kind of take a step away and not have that be her sole focus. So she needs to work on her root chakra. also with her root chakra is about taking action and taking proper action. So she needs to ground herself. She needs to ask herself, why am I doing this? What is my motivation for doing this? So I really want to help the people, or is it to keep loading my pockets and kind of being on that side of up, right?
Yeah.
She's really, she's struggling and is going to struggle with her crown chakra and working with divine consciousness. So actually listening to that interconnection with the universe, listening to messages, and actually like, I need to tune everybody out and talk to divine. She's going to struggle with that. And I know she is, because then she's getting her third eye chakra, which is intuition. She's going to have a hard time listening to her intuition. She's not going to trust. She's going to hear information from one side, information from another. And it's just, she's not going to trust herself enough. And I think that could be her downfall.
Yeah. It's about time anyway.
I'm not saying. So listen, next topic. And this is the last time we're going to mention Fat Bastard's name again in this live. So I'm going to state this first before I'm even going to put the cards down. This is a little personal for me. I want to talk about the state of Georgia. I lived in Atlanta for many, many years. Most of the people that I love and hold near and dear to my heart, a lot of my family, 3/4 of my family are still in the metro Atlanta area, and tons of friends. Tallulah, can you pull some tarot and ask the universe, does Kemp feel the tire marks on his back now after Trump threw him under the damn bus a little while ago? Like, bruh. When the Cheeto-in-Chief calls you an idiot and says, I don't agree, and I told him that wasn't a good idea, you're screwed.
Yep.
So I want to take a look at kind of the state of Georgia. First thing I want to look at is there's a couple questions we want to ask for the state of Georgia. Number one is I have a lot of friends who are medium and small business owners in Atlanta, and not even just Atlanta, Augusta, which is a city outside of Atlanta. Their death rate is high. Their confirmed COVID cases are high. They're scared. Just because Kemp says he's opening Georgia, they're not opening their businesses. They care, number one, about their employees, and number two, and equally as much about their patrons. Mm-hmm. They're not doing it. Mm-hmm. Is there going to be any kind of backlash / retaliation against business owners who are now considered to be open, gyms, restaurants, barbershops, nail salons, movie theaters, etc.? If you decide not to open, is there going to be any backlash?
Okay.
And I'm going to look at, I'm just going to look at Kemp, just overall energetically. What's going on with if the fat bastard is the faux president, Kemp is definitely the faux governor. We all know Stacey should have had that, was supposed to have that. So
yeah, absolutely.
Let's take a look at those two.
Okay. Retaliation.
5-hit tire tracks. Yes. Girl, that bus. I wonder if he even saw the bus coming. Like, it was like, boom, boom, boom. Like, dude, that was rough.
Yeah. I was drunk and hit a deer and kept on going.
Blood, deer marks all on the side of the car. It's kind of like when you hit the deer, and then those who've seen planes, trains, and automobiles, like after the car caught on fire and they were still driving it, like that's how the car looks. Yeah. He's still driving down the road like nothing. Go ahead if you want to go first.
Believe it or not, I got something flipped, actually.
Okay.
I got the positive side of it. I got that they are not going to face retaliation.
Okay. Good.
They're going to be judged on reliability. They're going to be seen as responsible.
Yep.
I have that it's an investment. Their business is an investment. Their patrons are investments.
Yeah.
And then I have Strength and Two of Pentacles. So they will be seen as trying to, again, sort of tame things, but not in an aggressive manner, using logic again and responsibility, and seeing how they can sort of create a balance where there is currently none. So that's what I think. Yeah,
that makes sense. Because one of my really good friends, he owns a gym, and he was saying, you know, no matter what I do, you just can't social distance in a gym. And he's like, so, you know, my insurance company has already told me that I'm liable at this point. Anybody who comes in and catches it, they can sue me. I'm done. So that makes perfect sense, is they're going to look at them as like, you did the right thing. Okay. Same thing. Kemp, there's a lot of work he needs to do in his root chakra, particularly just like Susan Collins, about taking proper action, and then actually grounding himself. Again, how do you say 10 days ago that you had no idea that people who are asymptomatic can spread Rona, but then yet 10 days later is saying, all right, state of Georgia can be opened up again. You need to ground yourself. Okay. Go literally, Brian Kemp, go hug a tree. Hug on it, kiss on it, hug a tree. It actually will help ground you. And then I don't know what's going on tonight with the third eye chakra and the crown chakra. So again, working on intelligence. I have 22 jokes. I'm gonna let the universe make those jokes for me about intelligence. Third eye, so seeing. Anybody with a set of eyes could see this is not a good idea, and he is just not there. He really needs to work on his perspective, clarity. He doesn't have any. And T, you brought up a really good point earlier. You know, are they just not thinking life after Trump?
Yeah. Let me pull some on that.
I don't understand. Like, I mean, that you're so focused on is it that they're so focused on right now that they're just, I'm living day to day, moment to moment, election to election? Or are they really just like, this is how the Republican Party is, and so I need to follow. This is the new Republican Party, and I need to cater to the new Republican Party.
Yeah. Do they feel like it's ingrained now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. They feel this is the new way to go, the Fool. And they're holding on for dear life to whatever they have, and they're trying to just align themselves with whoever's in the position of power that, again, will sort of placate to this it's not even conservatism anymore at this point. It's just it's like cultish behavior. That's all it is. It's not even it's not rational.
And yeah, what they're doing is they're seeking pleasure right now. Whatever gets them through, whatever makes them feel good about something right now in their emotional body with their sacral chakra. And what their challenge is, when this is said and done, forgiveness. Seeking forgiveness, that heart chakra, they have done in the name of, let's call the thing a thing, pandering, right?
Right.
They're going to need forgiveness, not only from a universal life, energy, spirit, God, whatever perspective, but also from their constituents. And can they forgive themselves? And that's your funky ass bed. You made it. You sleep.
Exactly. Yep.
Rotten.
Oh, hang on.
Uh-oh.
Baby girl out there acting up. She need a reminder. Hold on.
Okay. Thank you to the moderator so much for joining in. I appreciate you guys. And thank you for now we've got 27 more people that I thought would join tonight. So thank you guys so much. This won't be like hours and hours long. So if you guys, once you're done and we leave, go check out Jen Lin, Tarot's Apprentice, and Ganga Tarot. I believe they're on Jen Lin's channel right now. Doing a live stream with Ganga. So that should be a lot of fun. Go check that out when we're done. Speaking of Georgia, Tallulah brought up a really good question earlier. We're already kind of seeing this now with Keisha Lance Bottoms, who is the mayor of Atlanta. And for the love of me, I cannot remember his name. I call him James Brown, but that is not the mayor of Augusta. Mayor of Augusta, Georgia, basically said, you are the mayor and governor of your household. Do what makes sense for you. So are we going to see more mayors and governors, not mayors, more mayors in the state of Georgia kind of go against Kemp?
Okay.
We're already seeing 2, but are there going to be more who go against him and who are like, yeah, no. I see after November.
Yeah.
I ain't playing this game with you, boo-boo.
All right.
So
Come on.
I'm going to ask Spirit for the chakra cards. What message does the Spirit have for these governors who are going to go against him? What do they need to look out for?
Okay, I'm sorry. I needed to reset myself here for a second. Yeah. Defensive. Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be a whole lot of opportunity in the background, as in, okay, you don't want to do this? We're all going to get together. We're going to work in the background. We're going to shake some hands together. Because I got Temperance, and it's opportunity to weather the burden. Like, so it starts off with needing a defense, right? And how do we protect ourselves basically against what's going on?
Uh-huh.
And then in comes the opportunity to fellowship.
Yeah.
How do we bear this burden together?
Yeah.
And then I have Temperance that comes in. So there's going to be some background noise. And again, I keep getting this 2 of Pentacles. People are trying to just balance things out. Like they're looking for rationality. So yeah.
There's a fact that I was just talking to one of my sisters still lives in Atlanta, and there's 4,000 hospital beds for the entire metropolitan Atlanta area. 4,000 hospital beds. And last time I checked, there were 7.9 million with an M residents in Metro Atlanta. How do you can't, and I'm not saying all 4,000 beds are going to be taken up at one time with Rona patients, but it's like, you gotta think long-term and juggle this. Like, how do you, if something were to happen, how do you balance this? Universe is saying that, mayors, you need to focus on using your third eye chakra. So really using that intelligence, crown chakra, using your intelligence, touching in with the education. So actually getting the facts, being knowledgeable and being flexible. Okay. They're also saying really tune in to your solar plexus chakra, your house of willpower. I have a very good friend, Courtney, who says, that ain't no hoe. Don't be no hoe. Do not be Kemp's hoe. Stand your ground and do what you need to do. And last but not least, that throat chakra and honesty. Be honest. This will hold you. And it'll keep you going.
Yeah.
Story.
I just keep thinking, like, how awesome would it be? Like, the person who actually steps up and steps out will be seen as a hero.
Yeah.
Like, what better,
just
what better promotion for your job if you're worried about your job?
Yeah.
Calls, display them.
So what happened was, I ain't gonna make it today, pimp. Say, run her. Anybody who knows Atlanta, they say her instead of here. So I'm gonna stay right her. And and all jokes aside, Georgia's been on my mind. No pun intended. My father, who's not a young chicken, is there. Family's there, and just the flagrant disrespect. It's all about money. you know, and just not taking care of your constituents bothers me. Because what scares me too is that, I don't know. I don't think other governors will follow suit. I think they're all looking at Kemp like, girl. But it's just,
Yeah.
you know, Abbott's been trigger happy to kind of pull this. DeSantis has been kind of trigger happy. So if he does it, and it, who's to say the others won't soon after?
Yeah. We're people in the chat. I'm dealing with Abbott. So I'm dealing in Texas, and like I was saying, like he started off like really strong with wanting to be protective and all of that stuff. And then, you know, 2 weeks later, here we are. And now it's, oh, well, we can safely. No, you can't safely do nothing because you don't even know who has it still.
Exactly. They're still not testing.
Yeah. So there's no safely to it. It's not safe, period.
Nope.
So hang on, I'm going to turn my light on real quick. Let me just do my flap. Hold on.
Last time you did that, you pulled out a damn crucifix, girl. So now I get a little nervous when that flap comes down. I'm like, oh Lord.
This time I'm just bringing some light. That's all.
I'm like, oh Lord, the power of Christ compels us. Again, Texas worries me too. I lived in Dallas for multiple years, so it's just hopefully looks like mayors are going to do what they need to do. So we're good on that. Let's take a look at the World Health Organization and the NIH. Give us some background on that, T.
Okay, so there's been like 25,000 emails and passwords that were leaked, and they found them on, of course, 4chan, you know. Mm-hmm. And it's the targeted places where, you know, the WHO, NIH, Bill Gates Foundation, all of, you know, usual suspects that they try to target. Now they're saying that the neo-Nazis, of course, are targeting them, or far right individuals or groups. But the origin is still rocky.
It's real shady.
It's real shady to me. So now you're telling me now you have a group of neo-Nazis that are just hacking geniuses. Now I know that they exist. Like I know they have like brain smart people that think that way. I understand that. But these facilities are not just like right now, is what I'm saying. Like right now.
I couldn't. Well, I was reading the article this morning. I literally got halfway through. I said, I can't. I put it down and I went back to it and read it again. And it was like,
yeah. It's not, it doesn't taste well, does it?
Tastes a little bit like real bad sardines and Vienna sausage. No offense to anybody who likes sardines and Vienna sausage together. That's just not my thing. So do you want to look at like what's good?
Yeah, I want to see if there's bigger backing than what we're looking at. Like, are we blaming it on neo-Nazis, but they actually have different backing, like somebody with bigger bucks?
Yeah.
And also, like, are they going to get to the bottom of it and actually hold somebody in the forefront as this person did it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, is there going to be a scapegoat, or are they actually going to find out who did it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking, okay. I may actually pull tarot on this, but if I don't like what the tarot says, which has been happening to me a lot this week. I've been pulling cards. I'm like, I don't like that.
Take it back.
So yeah, is it as rotten in Denmark as we think it is? Like what's really hood in these streets right now with this? Because I live down the street from NIH. You can't even just drive up in that property. That's how secure, right. You know. So I find it, not saying it's impossible. I find it hard to believe that.
Okay, so I'm drawing five on backing, and then I'm going to draw 5 on accountability.
Okay. I'm going to do I want to get just an overall picture.
They got backing.
They did?
They got backing. First card I got is the Page of Pentacles.
Okay.
Yeah. And it ends with confusion.
God dang it.
So they got backing, contracts. Somebody got together and said, hey, we're going to pay you this amount or whatever. We need you to stir up some confusion. Mm-hmm. And again, it's like a new connection with.
Say it, girl.
We need more.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to say it that way. They know their polling is low. Okay. They know Trump's polling is low, but it's all about maintaining, but not only maintaining, we need new blood. The Empress.
I'm gonna go ahead and just spray both of them.
Spray.
Because I don't like what I got. Started off with the Queen of Swords. What troubles me most is what follows it. So 8 of Swords is being trapped and bound. 9 of Swords, anxiety. So they know that, they know that their polling is low, and they're like, what can we do? How can we get around this? There's some nostalgia there, so we've got to bring this back. We got to get on top of this and go back to being on higher ground. And then it ends with the 7 of Swords, so some deceit, trickiness. So this is made my stomach hurt. It's fishy. Yeah, and then because I wanted to ask about the Queen, I pulled the clarifier and I got the Devil.
See?
Did you really?
Now, when I ask about accountability, there's too many people involved. Jeez. There's too many people involved for one to be held accountable is what I got. Okay. So I got the juggling of the information, but here's your celebration, and then here's your happy family. Wow. Now, who does the 10 of Cups? Okay, you've got the GOP that's good. That's secretly. We got some scandal going. We can divert. Yeah. And then here's your upheaval it created, but it ends with a man of resource that's able to sort of navigate around these waters, pretty much. So,
who do you think that is?
Let me see. If I get what I swear I better not get what I think I'm going to get. I'm going to shuffle and I'm going to see, is this a scapegoat or is this the man that's getting it out of the trouble or whatever? And then I'll see, okay, let's do the scapegoat first. Who is this man?
Who is it? Hi, Ian.
Someone used to fostering deceptive practices. So someone not in the forefront.
I'm feeling masculine.
Yeah.
It's a man. I don't think it's a woman.
Okay. So no, he's not. This is not the scapegoat. This is the
actual person.
The actual person.
I'm feeling. Yeah. Yeah.
But he's wealthy. Like it's not somebody that you can just push over and say, "Oh, here's some weird guy that hacked sitting in the basement."
Dark-haired man, and he's not old.
Yeah. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Does Stephen Miller know this man?
Let's ask.
I'm pulling 3 to see if Stephen Miller knows this man.
I'll pull 3 too. He's not old. He's younger. He's got darker hair. Like I wouldn't say jet black or dark, like a sandy, dark blonde, brownish hair. Facial hair, but not a lot of it. Not like about little on 6 feet tall, under 6 feet tall.
He's a thief that can't follow through, and he's a bully.
A thief that can't follow through, and he's a bully.
So I have seven of swords.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your strategy. This is a strategy for someone. And I would not be surprised. What is Stephen Miller's sign? Does anybody know?
Yeah.
It's a fire sign man. He's a bully.
I don't even like looking him up on my computer because it makes me sick. He's a Leo cusp because it's the 23rd.
Yep. It's either him that orchestrated this or he pulled the strings somehow. Like this was, yeah.
I get Queen of Cups, 10 of Wands, and 6 of Wands. Celebrated person.
So it's someone we would recognize.
Yeah.
It's not somebody out there like giving speeches every day.
Right. The 6 of Wands is what's really getting me. We know this person. We just don't know him well. We know of him. Either by name, hearing him part of the association, we know him somehow. Can I spray us again, girl?
Well, no, don't spray just yet, because now I'm wondering about Steve Bannon. What has he been up to lately?
Let's ask.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
Now, mind you, we ain't heard. Last time we heard from Bannon, he was somewhere in Italy trying to stir up more mess before Rona popped up. That was the last we heard from Bannon, and that was back late January, early February.
Yeah. So he don't know what he wants to be. An author, a director, an actor, a newspaper editor. He don't know what he wants to be.
And let some of my intel friends tell it. He had been in Amsterdam looking to buy a brothel. Entertainment purposes only, YouTube. But, I got friends in high places. Just
Bannon the pimp.
I was like, oh, I could see that. Okay.
Lord.
What's up with Bannon? Where he at?
It's unknown. I get the Tower and then I get the Priestess. He's creating upheaval somewhere.
Yeah, because I get the Ace of Swords. He's starting some new BS.
Yeah, he's starting crap somewhere. And it's about transitioning from maybe possibly helping one ushering in is what I just heard. There's an ushering in, but it's still like unknown, like what the details are.
He out there being tricky dicky because I get 7 of Swords, the Star, and the Sun. Like, come on, back to back. Are you kidding me? Page of Wands. So yeah, but it ends with the Ace of Swords. He's up there starting some new frackle knackle, doing something, putting out some new thoughts, starting some BS.
Yeah. Lord,
these people. Are we ready to move on to something fun?
Sure.
Okay,
my chest hurts. My
stomach. I'm like, these people. Let's. Okay. All right. So second half, time for some fun. Let's take a look at some. Do you want to start with the mediumship, or do you want to start with Janet? What do you want to do?
Let's start with Janet, and then we'll ease into the media.
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, you may have not been nasty enough for your former husband because he's getting a divorce. So let's take a look at Janet Jackson. We want to look at her life after divorce.
Yeah. Like, is she feeling just sort of blah? You know what I mean? Or is she feeling like new chapter-ish?
Yeah. I want to take a look at just energetically what she's kind of focusing on after divorce.
I think I'll pull a couple of oracle cards on this too.
Ooh, let's pull some oracle and some tarot.
I'll pull 3 of those. Let's see. Damn, these suckers are big.
Energetically, bless her heart. So she's got whatever this, I think this is like her fourth divorce. Because remember, she had that secret marriage and then the other marriage and then
Renee.
Yeah. So she's really trying to work on her solar plexus chakra and kind of taking over and regaining her control. Sorry, that was really bad. Willpower, her house of willpower, particularly with the solar plexus card. So making sure she stays balanced and not being too domineering, but being too passive at the same time. Mm-hmm. Making sure she realizes too that she's got choice. She has a choice in what happens in her life, how she loves. She's got willpower. She's got the courage to take her life in whatever direction she chooses. Okay.
Yeah.
And then also responsibility. So again, holding herself accountable for what she did right, what she did not do right in this third marriage, and how she can grow from that. And then lastly, tuning in to her crown chakra with inspiration. I would not be surprised if we get some new music out of this from her. Mm-hmm. That's how she kind of funnels this hurt and this saga in her life.
Okay, I just got chills. So the tarot cards that I got, she saw him as the knight in the white horse, but with the empty, the idealistic person. She envisioned this idealistic life and didn't follow through, which happens often with your knight in shining armors. Yeah. Then she was placed in a position of having to defend herself constantly, and then it became, I'm trapped. Wow. So she didn't have a choice. She had to go. Now, as far as the oracle, I got chills. As far as the oracle cards, this whole side of my body my whole left side of the body is like full of goosebumps right now. Wow. She's looking in the mirror at herself. This is shadow self. Not only is she learning to accept the perceived good parts of her, she has to accept that what she thinks is bad too. Yeah. So she's still at this age learning to accept all of herself. Okay. Mm-hmm. We all have, our demons and this, that, and the other things we have to deal with, but she's coming from a place of gratitude. I think she's very grateful that she was able to get out unscathed. Wow. Yeah. Which makes my heart hurt. But then there's listening. So she's doing a lot of listening to herself, like listening, what do I want? What do I need? So I know, she's got her son now. Yeah. And that's a good thing. But yeah, it's a lot of self-reflection and gratitude is where she is right now. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either if that gratitude turns into penmanship. Yeah. I'm glad that she's with what she said and what I got to with her solar plexus. I'm glad she's really working on that willpower and taking control of herself back, Yeah. Yeah, that's really. Yeah, I got really sad. When I saw that 8 of Swords, I got really almost like by the skin of my teeth type atmosphere. Yeah. We wish you the best, Miss Janet, if you're nasty or not nasty. So was it you and Johnny's live where you guys were talking about Kanye West? Yeah, my insomnia one. my piston tired. One of the questions that you guys brought up, or you were talking about what would his mom think right now? What would she think about everything going on? What would she think about Kim? What would she think about the Kardashians in general? What would she think about the kids? So I would love to do, if we can, do kind of like a mediumship and also a carryover reading on Kanye's mom. Sure. I think it would be interesting. When I do mediumship, guys, I typically don't use cards because how it works with me, I just think of the person and ask permission if I can touch in with them. And then I'm clairsentient, so I hear and know a lot of information, particularly on the right side of my body is where I get it. So I don't know how we want to do this. Do you want to go first, T, or do you want me to go first? No, I'll let you go first, and I won't make any noise. You can make a lot of noise because here's a spoiler alert.
I tried touching in Mrs. West not once, not twice, but I just did it again 3 times. And she's not letting me.
Okay.
She's not. Here's the thing. I see her soul. She actually has a really beautiful soul. There's a lot of, she was even blindsided how she died. There's still some kind of shock. I'm not going to say denial at this point because you're not really in denial when you cross over, but kind of just like, wow, okay, I wasn't expecting that. And still kind of adjusting to where she is, her abilities to be able to look down and see from this higher perspective. She told me very clearly yesterday, that's his mama, y'all. And she's mama bear. What she doesn't want is what I got is what y'all not about to do. I got Southside Chicago, is talk about my baby out here on this internet like that, because enough people do it. Enough people are calling him crazy. She is aware that I'm not getting bipolar, or she says manic. So she's aware there's mental health issues and she doesn't want them exploited. And I respect that. That was what I got last night. When I tried to do it earlier this afternoon on the couch, I literally saw a behind. So she turned her butt to me. So I can't. That's all I can do.
She blocked you with the booty.
She blocked me with the booty. She's like, and I see her now. She's like, she's doing this. Mm-mm.
Okay, so you said mama bear, right?
Very mama bear, yeah.
I got Page of Cups, and I got 9 of Wands. That's your. She's battling this out. So this is my emotional child. This is the emotional child, and that's how that's how she sees him. She thinks he's a master at work at what he does. So again, why are you Yep. But here's the moon. So this is like dig a little deeper. There's something underlying. There's something under the current there. Like you said, she's aware of that.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, okay. On the flip side of that, she knows that part of him is deceiving himself. Okay. And that a new action needs to be taken with the Ace of Wands. So he has to take control of something. Like he has to take responsibility of something. But again, she starts off with an emotional place and wanting to fight and wanting to stand up for her son. So, but yeah.
She keeps telling me he can't do that where he is right now.
Oh.
Is that, I'm trying to ask this respectfully. Is that, okay. He can't do that. Hollywood, media circus, Kardashians. He cannot get to where you're talking about in the state that he is now. He's not supported and loved the way she said how how a mama would love him, how a mama would support him.
Does she blame them?
It's complicated.
Okay.
Yes and no. Some things she says, Kim does love him in ways that he needs to be loved. They just don't give him the kick and support that he needs when he's at his lowest. She kind of wipes her hands and just goes, well, he's being him. He's being him. And what she's telling me is that that's not, you notice he wasn't seen this way while I was still alive.
Mm-hmm.
I knew how to talk to him. She's telling me protect him. I need this. Okay, I'm going to use your words. You're telling me. I knew how to protect him. I knew how to keep him away from the media when he would go through these spells. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And while you were saying that, I pulled kindred spirits. So it's almost like she knows how he would feel because she probably had an aspect of it herself.
They were aces. That was his ace, and that was her ace. Very, very close. It was just as hard. I'm freezing right now. Sorry. oof. Like, I'm actually shaking. I don't know if you can see. Sorry. It was just as hard for her leaving him as it was him leaving her, like her having to cross over was as hard, if not harder, than how he felt about his mom dying. Mm-hmm. They were that interconnected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's just very mama bear. She does not like when he gets, and she calls them low. So that's why I'm thinking manic, because I heard her say manic. She didn't say bipolar. Yeah, she actually, like, when I try to say bipolar, I'm like getting punched in the stomach. Don't say that. Manic. And when he goes low, 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 she knew how to help him take his medicine, pull him out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and nobody understands my baby like I do.
Oh.
She always thought he was special. And he is special. He is
he's definitely gifted. I mean, yeah. He's gifted.
She's telling me I was the one staying up with him at night, working, helping him write, helping him not like helping him funnel his creativity, like giving him the confidence to do it. Not okay. Can I give you back now? Thank you so much. Yeah, she said she can talk. She doesn't She doesn't have a problem talking about the past. What she doesn't want is us saying he's conjecture and speculating.
Mm-hmm.
Because she has a sense of humor. She said he can do that. He can make an ass out of himself enough because he doesn't know how to formulate his words. So, yeah. Okay, I'm giving you back. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Mrs. West. Whew. Do we have time for one more? Do you want to do on one more question?
Yeah, I didn't want to do. I'll go ahead. We can do this one.
Okay. Oh, you're so self-sacrificing. Thank you.
Okay, so as many other people do, there's a special place in my heart for Prince. Always has been. And so, of course, yesterday was the anniversary of his death. Mm-hmm. 4 years. So I wanted to know, like, how he would view things right now. So I just wanted to pull four or five cards to see. Would he be like proactive out there helping? Because he was very shy, very quiet, and very reserved when it comes to certain things. And when he gave to charities, no one ever knew. Like when he did things for people, he did it quietly. Mm-hmm. So I guess I'm curious to see if he would have now been more in the forefront. How does he think the state of affairs is going? Like how,
Mm-hmm. It's funny. I picture him and he's standing. And it's so funny. He's not taller than he was. You would think like he'd cross over and he'd just go like, okay, I'm not going to be 5'4" Prince. I'm going to be like 6'2" Prince. And no, he's still 5'4" Prince and he's wearing heels. Mm-hmm. And he's looking over his shoulder at me like this. And he's like kind of that, not petty, but you know how Prince kind of can sometimes have that petty energy. And so he'll be like,
that's smart.
Try to tell me something. Mm-hmm. And he'll kind of say it and then he'll just kind of do this. I want to look at, there was a lot of stuff that he was, he had just fought to get his music back. There was, pills or not, there was something, he was still a human. He was still a spirit trapped in a meat suit on this earth before he died. So I want to look at, from a chakra perspective, what was he working on energetically before he crossed over? What you got, T?
I think he would be very pessimistic right now. And I'm kind of sad about that because I got needing to reach out and have a new connection with the Ace of Cups. And they're still having to make that decision, that head over heart type thing. Do I intervene? What do I do? That push and pull. And then knowing that people are being deceptive all around. Like it's not something you can fix. Like You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something you can throw money at and fix. It's not something you can protest once and fix. That's not the problem. Not only, he's the star, the ultimate star. But this is also about healing and recovery. But then at the end, there's this pessimistic view of that not happening. Mm-hmm. So that makes me a little sad.
Yeah.
But,
I get he was working on love in his heart chakra. He was a giving man, but he was also a hard man, in ways a hard man to love. Mm-hmm. So he was working on the actual love and he was a kind giving spirit, but he was also private and shut off. Mm-hmm. So just kind of working on his ability to not to receive love and sharing. Yeah, sharing. Well, it says on the card. I just intuitively knew, but it said on the card, sharing and receiving. So his ability to let people love him. Setting personal boundaries and taking responsibility with his solar plexus chakra and his willpower. So I'm wondering if the personal boundaries and responsibility tie into people. This is going to be controversial, but I have to stay authentic and tell you what I see. I see people giving him pills and him not really wanting to take it and questioning how it was given to him. I feel like what I'm seeing is either him weaning and trying to pull back and not take as much, or there's some cloudiness around prescription drugs and him trying to take account. Yeah. He was trying to set boundaries.
Yeah.
And being responsible.
Yep. And as you were talking, because he knew he needed to go into do some type of recovery. Mm-hmm. He knew that he was sort of in a spiral, I guess, a chaotic spiral, and wanted new relationships, new people around him. Yeah. People that cared about him.
There's so many. I'm trying to be careful how I say this. There's a lot of conspiracy theories about, I'm not going to say was he killed, but some doubt around that. And because again, not wanting to take it or take as much, trying to cut back, setting some personal boundaries. And I know I know there's some proof to this, because the last card we get is the throat chakra with will and speaking his will and saying no. Having that self-control, that direction, and being assertive. Like, I feel like he was about to do it and just say, you know what? No. That makes me sad. I'm trying not to cry. That actually makes me sad, because I've never touched in on Prince.
I still can't listen to his songs without crying. I still can't 4 years later.
Wow.
Because it was so much of my childhood and like things that my brothers and I were going through. Mm-hmm. And like we basically have a similar background, and his music was always playing. Yeah. So that's just so sad.
I don't know. Let's end on a positive note. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do my weekly chakra check-in to see universally which one of our chakras are dusty and what we need to dust off to get us through the rest of the week. T, do you mind pulling two, just getting some cards and getting a message from the universe for us?
Sure.
Just a good tarot message, a good positive, uplifting message to end the week on, or end this.
Okay.
But this reading. Guys, also happy new moon to everyone. This is a Taurus new moon. This new moon has probably why T and I are a little bit more emotional this reading. A lot of energy behind it. A lot of there's just a lot going into it, especially as we end April going into May. There's like 4 or 5 freaking retrogrades in May. So just make sure tonight you burn your candles, do your rituals for your new moon. this is tonight where you actually start setting intentions. The new moon goes into effect around 9:45, anywhere from 9:45 to 10:25 Eastern time.
Yep.
Actually, it's probably gone live already. I actually did sound bath, and there's a intention set for the new moon. So please, a little self promotion. Make sure you check that out if you want. To kind of set the new moon energy for Taurus. Going through the week, we really need to focus on our sacral chakras. What y'all doing? Y'all screwing?
Screw on.
I'm gonna cover up her nippy. So, if y'all screwing, screw on. Just screw responsibly. Use your 6 feet of distance. Wear your PPE. Put your PPE out of your PPE. Just openness, sharing, beauty, and honor. Just do it responsibly. Work on our sacral chakra. Also, relationships, again, with this Taurus new moon. It's really wreaking havoc on how we see people in our lives right now. I actually watched my boss cuss somebody smooth the hell out today. And I was like, baby, new moon, may not want to say that. So let's work on intimacy, freedom, acceptance, and trust in our relationships. And then this could not be more perfect, especially with the sound bath going out tonight, guys. Sound. Working on our throat chakra. How are we radiating our sound? Remember, the frequency we put out is the frequency that comes back to us. So making sure that we're resonating on a higher level always. And then ending with our message card is the King of Swords. I trust my ability to make a strategic decision. So if what you're doing, if you're screwing, screw on, but do it strategically. What you got, Tallulah?
Actually, mine is all about thought. So it's funny how you said it's like a perfect segue into the first part of the week. I have protect your thoughts.
Yes.
Be very conscious about what you're taking in, how you're processing information.
Amen.
Careful with misunderstandings with people. Don't jump the gun.
Like my boss did.
like your boss did. And if you can, just ingest as much positivity and laughter as you can. Think wiser or consult someone wiser. Search for wisdom. That might not be something you can do on your own. You might have to talk to somebody. And then also end out with hope. Don't give up with all of the stuff that's going on. Make sure you keep a hopeful heart and a hopeful spirit. So
we have to. Because I hope that Kemp reneges at the last minute after getting clowned to hell and back and read to filth by the fat bastard that he's going to not open Georgia. I hope that this message and this reading finds all of you well, all of you in love and laughter. Let's make sure that we are broadcasting, radiating as much positive sound and white light as we can. If we're done in enough time, go check out on Jen Lynn's channel, Johnny from Tarot's Apprentice, Jen Lynn and Ganga Tarot. They're doing the reading. If they're over, then watch the replay. Hit the like button, subscribe, like, love, screw on. What you doing? You're screwing. If you are not following Leslie Jordan on Instagram, please follow him. It's a guaranteed 22 chuckles.
Yep.
Have a good one. I'm Tallulah, as always, my dear. Thank you for what you do and your amazing energy.
You're welcome. Thank you.
No, I'm just here. Thank you to our amazing moderators. I don't know why I felt like I needed to look at the screen. I could just look right at you to thank you. Next week, are we going to be on your channel, ma'am?
Sure.
Okay. So next week.
Tell me where to be at 7:30 and I'll show up. Bells and tassels and whatever else you want.
Whatever. Crucifixes and tassels. That'll be the caption for next week's reading. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one. Until the next reading, take care of yourself and take care of others. Take care of Mama Earth. Have a good one, guys. Good night. Bye.
Bye.